Hey John, so I got a top 4 right now that we're going to progress to. Still gonna do a lot of the old ones, but these are the top 4 that I think need to be on a more of a daily basis. And again, these are a little more corrective, where one side, or the right side, is not quite doing what the left side should be doing. So I always want to prioritize whenever we have an imbalance like that versus something that's just kind of generally tight or generally weak. So first one, we're going to get rid of working on our hip internal rotation in a seated or a 90-degree position because we're pinching. So now I would like to do that in more of this 90-90 position, and then from here you just pretty much lean back, but this hip is still getting the work. So the hip's not really even involved, your torso is doing the work, but the hip's getting the stretch. You can pin it down with your other leg if you want to get a little crazier with it. What I like is you can lean back and get this stretch, but then also go right into a hip stretch for the left. You can flip flop and go ahead and hit the right and do the same thing. But the one that we really want to correct is going to be right knee to the floor, leaning back and turning. Really tight still. Bridges, we know we still need bridges. We're not going to do them in a regular fashion anymore. We're going to do them staggered. So the leg that is further back is doing more work, so we want that to be the right one. The left one, I'm kind of torn. It can't be too far away because the right one can't hit. It needs a little bit of help, a little bit of balance. It can't be too close because we know that left glute will take over. So somewhere a happy medium where it's kind of there, just more of a kickstand, more of a balancing act, where the right glute can really do all the work. From there, play around. Maybe you like your foot angle out. Maybe you like your foot angle in. Maybe you like your foot out a little bit here. All together, it does not matter. Just glute, glute, glute activation. We want to turn on that right glute without any hamstring or low back helping. So a little bit of play there. Figure out where you like it, but it's a staggered bridge towards the right side. All right? That's what we're doing for the hip. Again, hip, activate, stretch the internal. For the ankles, we want to do the bent knee calf stretch. Again, we could do that against the wall where you keep your heel flat and kind of find your spot. You can do that with the heel lifts and kind of bent knee into there. But again, bent knee on the right, considerably tighter than bent knee on the left. So we want to do that lower calf stretch. I'd still do regular calf stretches as well, but this is the priority. And then for strengthening the anterior shins, what we're going to get away from is, instead of doing these out in space where you have no help, can't really get any momentum, I want to use the wall now. So resting against the wall, you can either do them bilaterally. It should be loads easier. The farther away from the wall, the easier it is. So this should be loads easier. And again, if we want to prioritize one than the other, we do a little bit of a stagger again. The closer leg is working harder. So play around with that. That one, there might not be as much of a right to left deficit, so you might need to be able to work that one evenly. You'll find out real quickly. So those are my top 4 that I would prioritize a little more daily. I would continue doing the elevated squats. I would continue doing the hip flexor stretch. Now in that hip flexor stretch, I like activating that glute, that right glute whenever you can. I think that's good to get it in a tough position and activate it. Still do the calf raises, obviously, and then still do any sort of butterfly, general hip stretching is great. I think again, last time was a little more of a shotgun approach. Now we're getting a little more pinpoint, hip and ankle. I'm hoping maybe next time it's one of the two has kind of righted a little bit. Maybe the ankles aren't quite as lopsided. So then we can kind of, again, hyper-focus somewhere else. I always want to hyper-focus if it's necessary. All right, man, that's what I got. I hope that works for you. Keep me posted. Take care. Bye.